What's up out there in movie land, ladies and gentlemen? Today we have another movie review called Him, starring Marlon Wayans and Tyreek Withers. It's a story about a up-and-coming athlete who dreams of going pro, and his ascension is dependent on Marlon Wayans' character, Isaiah White, who takes him under his wing, mentors him, and see if he has what it takes to become him. This movie is one of the things a lot of people kind of got confused when this movie came out is they thought it was made by Jordan Peele. It's not made by Jordan Peele. It's produced by Jordan Peele. It's Monkeypaw Productions, and it's directed. It's people thought it was directed by Jordan Peele. I'm sorry, but it's produced by him. It's directed by Justin Tibbin. And Jordan Peele just produced it. But it has a lot of Jordan Peele-esque stuff in it. So I can see why people thought that. And just off the top, I enjoyed this movie. I will say there are some faults in it, but I did enjoy it. Let's talk about like the plot. The plot is fairly simple, like I said. The Tyreek Withers character, I think he goes by Cameron Cade in the movie. When he meets Isaiah White and Marlon Wayans' character, and he gets groomed by him to become the next GOAT, or him, as they say. And in that process, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. There's a lot of crazy elements, a lot of interesting things that happen. And there's a lot of things that he starts to learn that there is a price to be paid when you're trying to become the GOAT, basically. And for a lot of people like myself who have been in athletics, like I was in football, like all of my high school life, all of my middle school life, some of my college life. So for me, watching this was like, there was a lot of things in this I could relate to. I mean, there was a point there was a lot of craziness I could relate to. A lot of the hazing that was going on, I could relate to. Going back to the craziness, there's a scene where, like they're giving Cameron Cade's character shit because he's not throwing passes correctly, and then he gets pissed at the receivers for not catching it. So it was very much, if you're a football fan, you can definitely relate to this a lot. I was an A-type sports fan just because it's that team camaraderie. But they also kind of delve into a bit of the supernatural, I guess you could say, and also some of the issues with being in that spotlight. Some of the crazy fans. There's one fan in here who's clearly insane. Her name is Margaret, and you see her a couple times, and there's one scene where she's just so insane. Like, it's so crazy. So definitely, yeah, they deal with that. The pressure, the money, the women, everything that comes with becoming like him. Once you become a superstar athlete, like, you get access to a lot of things, and you'll be tempted by a lot of things. So this movie is also addressing how, like, can Cameron still be the GOAT, but still maintain his moral values? Because his character is a very humble and likable character. He seems like he's a good guy who's trying to do the right thing, but he's being tempted all the time by Isaiah White's character, by Marlon Wayans' character, Isaiah White, and other factors. So the plot's pretty simple. I really enjoyed that part of it. The acting is amazing. Cameron Cade, he does a good job of being the innocent, baby bird. He's just trying to figure it out and get to know what's going on. He just wants to get better and grow and be the best football player, the best quarterback he can ever be. So that's really good. I enjoyed that. But the standout is Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans, Isaiah White, he is amazing. Like, I really wish Marlon Wayans would just do serious roles for the next 5 to 10 years. Like, if you could give me Marlon Wayans do a serious role for the next 5 to 10, it'll be legit. It's kind of like how, like, Tom Cruise had that, like, those two, like, he has, like, I think like 2 or 3 movies where he plays the villain. The first two pop in my head is a stat from Interview with the Vampire, and what was his name? The bad guy in Collateral, Vincent. That's what it was. Yeah, like he plays those bad guy roles so well. I was like, man, I really wish we had got more bad guy Tom Cruise. And same with Marlon Wayans, serious Marlon Wayans. I hadn't seen Marlon Wayans this serious since like a movie since Requiem for a Dream. Now the last serious thing I saw him in was when he was the shitty dad in the new Fresh Prince remake, where he did a good job in that as well. So he can be he's a great drama actor, and he really brings it here. Now, that being said, the visuals are great, the directing's great, everything's great. Where it falls short is the ending. That ending, I don't know what they were really trying to go for. I guess they were trying to show like he was going his own way, but the way they went about the ending is really what brings it down for me. And I imagine a lot of people, like honestly, the first 75% of this movie, I was fully invested. Maybe 80%. We'll even say 80% of this movie, I was invested. And then when we got to that going into the ending, basically the ending part, I was just like, I don't really so how's this work exactly? It left a lot of questions. Excuse me. So that really did kind of put a damper on the movie. Because I always tell people all the time, you can have a great beginning and a good ending and a bad middle, and people will walk away being like, it was still good. But if you have a great beginning and a good middle and a bad ending, people always remember the bad ending part. So unfortunately, that's kind of where we're at with this movie. The movie, like I said, the movie is a good movie, but I wouldn't urge you to run and go see it. If you want to go see it at a matinee or wait until it hits Netflix or something, that's fine. I give it like 7 out of 10. Maybe I'll give it a 7 out of 10 if you're a sports person, and a 6 out of 10 if you're just a person who just doesn't really care about athletics or stuff like that. So we'll go with that. That feels fair. But yeah, y'all should go check out this movie when you get a chance. Like I said, you don't have to rush to go see it, but it is definitely, if you're a sports person, you should definitely go see it, especially if you play football. This is, hey, look, I know all my football junkies out there, look, I know what this is. Y'all need to be going to see this. Like, this is, you have this, any given Sunday, the program, y'all know what it is, and of course, remember the Titans. So, yeah, go see this if you're a football nut, definitely. Like, that's a mandatory for you guys. But yeah, like I said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, fun question: what's your favorite sports movie? It could be any sports movie. One of my favorites that people don't talk about as much is Any Given Sunday. I don't really hear people talk about that as much. Like, people still talk about the program. People still talk about Cool Running and other stuff, but Any Given Sunday is just a great movie, and I love that. That's like one of my favorite sports movies. Everybody talks about Remember Titans. That's like the GOAT, actually. So, yeah, but put your favorite movie about sports in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Much blessings and abundance, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.